Hello everybody, you are watching Edis English Literature. I am Ardhendu De. Today we are discussing how to utilize YouTube for language learning, particularly English language learning as a second language. Now, I first of all thank you YouTube for giving me this platform to deliver my lecture. Can I use YouTube as a learning tool, particularly for the students whose English language is second language? Although second language acquisition literally refers to learning a language after having acquired a first language, the term is frequently used to refer the acquisition of a second language after a person has reached 13 or 12 years of age, whereas children experience little difficulty in acquiring more than one language after the adolescence period. We the ordinary people who are aged one, adult one, generally must expend greater effort to learn this kind of a second language. We often achieve lower levels of competence in that language. Particularly here, my students who are getting involved into the English language after they are 16 or 17 years of age, the kind of learning this particular English language more successfully possible when they become immersed in the cultures of the communities that speak those languages. In that perspective, I am giving you this particular lecture. Now, the students who are learning this second language needed at present is quite difficult to acquire if we cannot follow a particular strategy or particular note making in that process advancement. Now, as the digital media is advancing, we can get easy access to YouTube, Facebook, or the queer contents. YouTube is a powerful tool, for English language learners. It is a platform that provides a wide variety of videos on various subjects, and those subjects, as our sole motive is to learn English and get proficiency in that, here we can include those videos which give the English language instructions. So many ways we can involve this English language learning platform in YouTube's as a gateway to improve our skills. Now, how can we improve our skill, our efficiency in English as a second language learner? Through YouTube videos. Now, we have to watch videos with subtitles. Many English language videos that comes at YouTube platform have subtitles in the same language. This can be a kind of a helpful for us, for our students who are still developing their listening skill, as they can read along with the spoken words, so gradually they will grasp the language slow by slow. Now, another option is watching those videos with captions in English. There are so many of the YouTube videos which have captions in English. Now, you can follow any of your interest, any of your video interest here and see the captions there. This can be very much beneficial for my students who are still developing their reading skills. Now, as they are reading along with the listening, so it will obviously boost up their grasp on this particular language. There is another possibility of reading the transcripts or watching the videos that have the transcripts. Many of the YouTube videos have the transcripts, and these are available stock. This can be very much helpful for my students who want to improve their reading and writing skills, and they can read as the words are spoken. Okay, so the meaning that they are getting can be easier one. They can also make some notes on the new vocabulary or the grammar structures, and by this way they can get the full grasp of the second language. Now, in that case, I always instruct you to follow the authentic English language content. Now, watching videos in English that are specially designed for language learners can give the students a boost, a kind of health tonic for them. The English words that are spoken in real life can have a parallel in the show, in that video. These obviously will help them develop their comprehension skills, and a kind of a speed learning is there, so they can follow all these instructions. Again, watching video on specific English language topics, you have to note down many of the English language topics that are necessary for you, which you try to improve on them. So you must follow the YouTube videos that cover specific English language topics. Suppose you are weak at grammar, you are weak at vocabulary or pronunciation, or even basic communication. So follow these instructions, follow these YouTube videos. These can obviously be a great resources for my students, for you obviously, who want to focus on specific areas of that particular language. Now, in that case, I must say that I am a native speaker and my speaking capability is Indian accent, and there are a lot of errors from that native perspective. But I am true to my learning, I am true to my speaking. So, interesting content can be varied content for you, and maintaining interest and motivating those topics in you is the key. So when you are learning a particular language, always remember that your interest, your hobbies are to be intact with it, and that you should not be ashamed of your native tone. Now, next point I like to share with you that watching videos with native speakers, I say that when you are watching someone speaking with the rhythm, with the intonation of that particular person who is speaking, who might be a native speaker. Now, following that native speaker, you can correct a bit or improve your pronunciation, your communication skill by that. But I must say that following them blindly cannot be a good work for you, because I say that even though you are a second language learner as well as second language speaker, be faithful in yourself that you can have your own tone, proud of your tone, because everybody who is listening to you is more interested in your content rather than of your tonal identity or all such things. As a English language student, and obviously you are the language 2 learner, you want to improve yourselves through listening, through talks, through subtitles in different formats of the YouTube video categories. Now, subtitle reading or the kind of transcription that you are reading can be a good work for you, and you must follow them as your study schedule. Now you want to improve your reading skill, but how can we improve your reading skill with that speed as well as you can take interest? Just switch on the English language news channels, news broadcast with captions in English. This will allow you to read along with the spoken words and improve their reading comprehension. So I say that whenever you find English aid, just take these technical ways to improve your English capabilities. As an English language student and your English language is your second language and your mother tongue might be a hindrance in your way to learning. So just try to avoid not to speak your mother tongue while learning the language too. You can build up your vocabulary building words in the news that by BBC Learning English program will be a beneficial way in that way, because it is made of simple English and it will make your many thought diversified. Even in current events and in many of the quizzes, many of the shows, you can use these materials to get used to the English words that are often spoken and the verbal communication skill that you can improve into this particular way of learning. Now, as a L2 learner, you want to improve your speaking, your pronunciation, and that pronunciation, that improvement is possible if you watch few of the native programs that I have just shared. Slow English type of videos by Rachel's English, which focus on the slow and clear pronunciation of words and phrases that will make your interest on the English and your comprehension level high. Now, I'm not enlisting these programs only to make some advertising of them. Really, they are good. You can follow them. Now, grammar lessons and exercises that you can follow due to some improvement of your writing skills. You can follow a kind of apps or following programs related to that. Now, advantage of taking all these resources available on YouTube, I say, if you are taking some bold steps to learn from YouTube instead of watching some cinemas or entertainment, you can befriend YouTube and YouTube programs in different way by listening, by reading, by writing, by speaking, by multiple skills you can involve. But remember, always practice what you learn to retain it and make some progress into that. Different techniques are there, and you as a student must take these advantages, this wealth of resources, I say, available on YouTube to improve your language skills. Practicing and making a regular or consistent application of those improvement skills is a must for you. Now I say, even being a L2 learner, I tried myself to improve my English pronunciation skill as well as English communication skill, writing skill, and I am an English teacher. Into my learning, into my process, I have learned many a thing. In those times, there had not been no such access to digital media, but now there is a possibility of accessing those good things in you. So build up your qualities, build up your capabilities, and make yourself shining. Goodbye to you. Meet you in the next post. Thank you. Bye-bye.